And we can go ahead and get started with today's lab notes. This is the Trap Gauntlet, hooray! There is another spot in this room to the left. And there were some problems with analyzation not starting. No. I think the patch that you pushed through has resolved the issues. There was a typo? Was that was the problem? There was a typo? Okay. Yep, this is the side room, so there is a gold door. I don't mind gold doors. I'm a weirdo. I look at gold doors as just a 3-room section and not really like a longer. I just look at it as a regular like room rather than just like a longer path, because it could have just been like a longer path anyway without a gold door. He changed a sentence from pity the emperor that sits upon his throne to pity the emperor sits alone on his throne. Okay. Random dialogue change. Decent, please. This is a trap gauntlet. Both sentences make sense in English? They both do. I think they both kind of mean the same thing. It is always worth it to buy twice enchanted. If you're doing enchant runs, it depends. They can be worth it. It just depends on how are you with handling trade. If you don't mind taking the time to handle trade, then it's fine. Then it's worth it. If you really hate handling trade, then it's not worth it. Don't worry about it. There we go. We just got some of the solo delta 3,000. I think they did that twice somehow. Congrats to that person who solo delved to 3,000. 3,002. Argus, you're along the main path, thank you. I love programs. Sometimes friends ask me to write little programs for them, like organizing files and folders, setting MP3 tags. Normal, so today I asked a really weird thing. I wouldn't necessarily say I love programming, but I'm learning programming. That is, I guess, the current term. I'm learning programming and I'm doing well so far. in our like supplementary classes for the programming, our labs as they're called. We have like an hour and 50 minutes to do our additional lab, and I've sometimes do it in like 30 minutes. Just, you know, turbo nerd. I don't know why I can, it's just, I can figure things out apparently. Okay, essences are not ideal, but if they're the only damage phase, it's fine. What was the weird thing that they asked you? There's a friend that's really into aquarium stuff, sees stuff to be specific. His aquarium pump is programmable. It has a storm mode that can be toggled at preset times. He asked me if I could increase the storm period, because he likes the storm in the aquarium so much. I would, yeah, that's odd. That's odd, but it's like, huh. That's not the weirdest thing I can think of for someone to ask for you to do. Good evening, Catherick. Ooh, acceleration shrine. That took me a moment to catch on. I realize that. There should be a faster lab now, for me. What layout would this be? I think this is, yeah, the 2 center. Imagine algae and food parts swirling around the aquarium just for fun. You know, now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, doesn't that like screw, wouldn't that screw with whatever's living in the aquarium? Oh, I think I screwed up. Oh yeah, hold on, I screwed up. This was the wrong. I assumed the setup and did the wrong combination. Yeah, let the stop begin. Unfortunately, the internet's freaking out, so let the desync begin as well. I was asking this, but he said it's the opposite because storms are a natural movement of the habitat animals, improves their life. Like, it gives them like a workout. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about the rubber banding. Just gotta deal with it. That's strange, but I feel like there's a threshold of between this is really good for the animals and oh, now it's starting to kill them. I feel like there's a very delicate balance somewhere in there. Oh. You really sound like you want to do a permanent storm. That's, yeah, that sounds like that sounds lethal. It's like I feel like this is something I'd easily Google, but do fish sleep and how do they sleep? Do they stop moving or do they continue to move? I also feel like that is a very common thing to be asked. No, this is the Persona 5 OST. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, this is a side room, so there's nothing else in here for me. I still have what to find. I have a escort gauntlet and 2 dark strands to find. Oh, desync. Please don't be a bad phase. Please don't be a bad phase. Please don't be a bad phase. Zoro, what do you got for me? Please don't be a bad phase. That's fine. Just enjoy this sound. Someone find it interesting. Fishes sleep, but they don't have eyelids, so you'll never see a fish sleep with closed eyes. Do they stop moving, or do they continue to move? when they sleep. Because I know they don't have eyelids. Because I don't, like, I mean, as a person who lived in Alaska and have assisted in my parents cutting up fish and whatnot, it's very clear that they don't have eyelids after performing that. They stop moving. Okay, that's weird. That's just a weird thought to have. Some cover up in the sand lying down, some just hide and relax. For some reason, that's just a very strange thought to imagine, like, a fish just stopping and, like, pausing either in mid-water or just sinking a little bit and stopping. And then they just don't do anything. It's like they're frozen. It's like, huh. Now that I think about it, though, there's those yellow sucker fish. They're yellow fish that have a sucker on the bottom of their bodies. I think they're called like lumpfish or something like that. I can't remember what they're called. But now that I think about it, I'm thinking about those fish, and those fish do kind of they have a freaking sucker on their stomach, so they do stay stationary. So I guess it's not the weirdest thing. There's a dark shrine over there. Anything up here? Yes, no, maybe so, I don't know. Escort Gauntlet, found it! Okay, so there's just a dark shrine left. Parrotfishes hide itself in slime, using it visually as a sleeping bag. That's interesting, honestly. I find that funny some reason. Like they like they could just make a sleeping bag for themselves. Like, you know, I'm just gonna hole up right here. Okay, we're good. Hold on. Is there anything left? No. Okay, so there's not Dark Shrine over here. Persona 4 soundtrack, Persona 5 soundtrack. This is the Elegy of Memories? This song is in every Persona game. Like forever, all the time. Or Poem of... I don't know... I don't remember. It's like a poem of lost souls. I don't remember. Poem of lost memories. It's something along those lines. Odd animals. I'm trying to think of like the weirdest animal I know of, and I can't. Or the weirdest animal fact. Wombats have cute poop. Because this is Persona music. Read the upper, that's basically what I wanted to know. The round goby can survive without oxygen for 3 days. What is a round goby? Ooh, second enchant. It's a fish, okay. Unfortunately, because I'm taking geology, the only animals I know of are things that are long dead. like we're learning about the Tiktaalik, which is... It was the first amphibian, it was the first fish. It was called a fishapod. or nicknamed a fishapod. Because it was the first fish that had a flat head, eyes on top of its head, so it had a neck that could look around like a regular fish, which has 2 eyes on the sides of its head, and it has to spin to look around. It also had... it did have fins, but its fin structure was the first one to have a proper bone structure to accommodate for a wrist. So essentially, it was a fish that had a neck that could look around and could go up on land and could like swim up on land and do a push-up to actually like walk on land. And it is pretty much long dead, unfortunately, because it evolution. Life has changed since then, and proper reptiles and amphibians have come. Yep, Cryptid 6 link. Got one more key? Yeah. This is this random garbage box. Nope, unique box. I don't feel like picking out any of that because I have no more space. I'm gonna be honest, I think 16% I should just kind of toss. Unless they're like really good supports. Yeah, most of those don't look like good. Okay, well, Molten Shark probably would sell, but the rest of these, I'm gonna be lazy. These two might sell. Alright, let me go ahead and get these lab notes made.